Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from Docm77's perimeter. And more specifically, from Doc's TCG hole that he has dug into the side of the perimeter, which I have now labeled the TCG mouth hole because, I mean, let's face it, it looks like a giant mouth with green lipstick, and once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And, well, it's a mouth and you do TCG stuff in the mouth, so, you know, it's all kinds of awesome, really. Anyway, we're over here in Doc's base today for a very specific purpose. Number one, we need to just marvel at the incredibleness that is going on around here, guys. I actually helped Doc the other day fire up this drowned farm in his episode, and I gotta say, if you haven't seen Doc's video about this drowned farm yet, you need to go check it out. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'm out here today because this episode is not just about the perimeter, which is awesome, but it is also about TCG. Yeah, you might have figured that out already, as I have got my deck laid out here on the wall. And, well, I thought, guys, it's been a while since we got together and TCG'd in the HermitCraft series. Of course, we've got our TCG Battles side series, but I know there's a ton of you guys who want to catch up a little bit on where we're at with TCG. So, today's episode is dedicated to TCG and dedicated to our latest deck, which is known as the Monostone Agro deck. Over the past few weeks or so, I've been doing a lot of TCGing on live stream and have thus been able to accumulate for myself quite a few very, very powerful effects cards, namely clocks, netherite armors, emeralds, and a whole bunch of others. We've got a gapple and a chest. And yeah, managed to pick up a lot of ultra rares, and on top of that, finally managed to complete my collection of Hermits from the Redstone group, as well as 3 double Redstone item cards, which has allowed me to create this monstrosity of a Monostone deck, which I gotta say is actually quite powerful. In today's episode, we're gonna be playing with this deck against Doc in Cub Fans TCG Pyramid, and we actually just finished playing that match, and I gotta tell you guys, it was a best of 3. It is an absolutely amazing best of 3, and I can't wait for you guys to enjoy all of that action. But before we go sling some digital cardboard, I thought, why don't we go over the deck very quickly so that you guys who perhaps aren't following TCG as closely can get a better idea of what the strategy of this Monostone Agro deck is. So let's start with the Hermits that we have included in the deck. We are playing 3 Ethos, 3 Azumas, 2 Impulses, and 2 Tangos. Both Etho and Azuma pretty much do the same thing. Etho sets opponents on fire and Azuma poisons them with his cup of tea, and both of those abilities deal an extra 20 damage per turn to an opponent that has been poisoned or burnt. So Blue Fire and Cup of Tea are both very powerful abilities, and what makes Etho and Azuma even more powerful is that their ultimate abilities only require 2 redstone to be turned on. So with 3 double redstones in the deck, we're able to go turn 1 Cup of Tea or turn 1 Blue Fire, which really starts to bring the aggro on the opponent, starts to put that pressure on the opponent right away as their Hermits start to tick down 20 life points every single turn. Now, we want to support that strategy with some of our effects cards, namely with clocks and with Chorus Fruit, but I'll get into that strategy in a second. Let's just finish talking about the other Hermits. There's a second side to the deck, which is the Boomer side of the deck, and that is Impulse's ability. Now, Impulse is a very interesting Hermit because he is one of the few Hermits that has a passive ability in the game that you don't have to flip a coin for. And basically, Impulse's Boomer ability reads, Impulse gets plus 40 damage for every Boomer that is AFK. And the Boomers are Tango and B00. So for every Tango and B-dubs on the board, Impulse deals more damage. And the idea in this deck is that we're going to use Etho and Azuma to put early game pressure on our opponent, make our opponents tap their Hermits out and lose tempo, and when we are ready, namely when we've got 2 Tangos on our side of the field, we drop an Impulse, bring the Impulse into play with either a Clock or a Chorus Fruit, and Impulse will then be swinging in for a whopping 150 damage with his Boomer bonuses coming from the 2 Tangos in play. So The deck is very linear. The idea is to put pressure on the opponent with fire or poison, and then finish the opponent off with a big boomer strike from the impulse. And we use our amazing effects to make this happen. Now, of course, we have an effect called Clock, which basically reads we take an extra turn. An extra turn when your opponent is poisoned or on fire means that, your opponent is taking 40 damage over the course of 2 turns. So the clock basically gives us another tick of fire or poison, which is really excellent, of course. And we are also playing Chorus Fruit. And what the Chorus Fruit does is allow us to swap out our attacking Hermit with an AFK Hermit after the attacks. So essentially what we can do is, if our Azuma is pretty low on life, we can attack and still poison, but then use the Chorus Fruit to tap Azuma out and maybe bring in a Tango or an Etho and thus save Azuma. The important thing about the Chorus Fruit is that it means that we can keep attacking every turn. We never want to take a turn off to untap our Hermits in this deck, because this is an aggressive deck. We want to deal damage as fast as possible. And the Chorus Fruit allows us to both save our Hermit if it's going to die in the next turn, but also allow that Hermit to attack. Usually we would have to tap that Hermit out, but with the Chorus Fruit, we can still attack with the damaged Hermit and then save the damaged Hermit by tapping another Hermit in. So, very important card in the deck. Next up, we've got Ultra Rare Netherite Armor, which is plus 40 armor on a Hermit. And this is actually kind of an aggressive card, even though it looks like a defensive card. Essentially, what this card does is it keeps our Hermits alive for longer, which means they get to attack more often, especially with clocks and with Chorus Fruit, and it basically buys us a couple of extra attack steps. You can kind of think about this deck as trying to take as many extra turns as possible. Clocks give us extra turns. Chorus Fruit gives us sort of pseudo extra turns, because it means we don't have to untap our Hermits when they've got low HP. We can still attack with them and then tap them out. And of course, the armor gives us longer periods on the battlefield to attack. The Gapple does the same thing, which heals our Hermit for 100 HP. Essentially a mini Time Walk, because it basically undoes the attack step of your opponent's previous turn. And once again, it's just another small advantage that we get. Stealing a little bit of another extra turn, say 10% of another turn, right? And all of these little turn steals add up to extra turns that we get to take over the course of the game. Of course, the chest allows us to put any item in our discard pile back into our hand. So this chest can recycle a golden apple or a Chorus Fruit or a netherite armor that's been destroyed, or most importantly, a flint and steel, which allows us to discard our hand to draw 3 cards. Most of the time we're going to be trying to discard 0 cards to draw 3 cards, but flint and steel is a very important card in the deck, allowing us to refill our hand and keep the damage coming. Keep those incremental tiny turn stealing thing that we're trying to do in the deck, keep that flowing. So flint and steel are very important. We've got 3 of those. We've also got some anti-armor tech, because currently in TCG the meta is all about the netherite armor. Very powerful card. The emerald card allows us to actually steal our opponent's armor and put it on our own Hermit, which is why I'm not playing more armor. There's a lot of emeralds out there, but we still want to play a little bit of armor, because armor on the first turn is very good. But if our opponent plays armor on the first turn, we want to be able to yoink it. And in fact, the emerald does a lot of work in my matchup against Dark that you guys are going to see today. Our final effect is the Curse of Vanishing effect, which actually just destroys an opponent's armor or item. And I think it's very important to have a couple of these in your TCG deck, just in case you come up against netherite armor or any of the other permanent effects that are really, really powerful. So that's the deck, guys. It's basically a deck that's trying to steal little advantages by producing tiny mini extra turns, and those tiny mini extra turns over time result in taking full turns. So it's basically like a tempo deck, right? And we're gaining all of that tempo advantage and stealing that little bit of time by setting our opponents on fire, making them take extra damage, being able to tap out our damaged Hermits instead of having to lose an attack turn, still being able to keep that attack turn with the Chorus Fruit, and of course, most importantly, being able to take those extra turns so that we can attack twice, keep the damage coming, and get ourselves closer to Impulse being completely fired up by his double tango friends by using our Flint and Steel to draw into our deck to get into this final finishing blow combo. That's the deck, my friends. Monostone aggro. And for the rest of the episode, let's head over to Cub Fans, a beautiful TCG pyramid, and play Docm77 for all the marbles Rendog versus one of the TCG boss fights, currently known as Docm77, TCG nerd of note. Let's get it on! Docm77, my good friend, how's it going?
All good. I'm ready to play.
I challenge you to a duel, my friend. Let's do it. So I was just telling my audience, so I've spent the last week or so rebuilding my deck, and I've been doing some trading and some swapping and some purchasing some boosters. Just put together my final deck down here. And Doc and I have just been doing some handicapping. So to explain to anybody who hasn't watched my stream, so when you play for handicap, we count the number of ultra rares and rares that we have in our decks, and we build our decks to have the lowest number of each. So in this situation, Doc has got more ultra rares than me, so he's just going to swap out some of his ultra rares to match the number of ultra rares that I have. It just makes the decks a little bit more balanced and makes the games more interesting.
So I got like here 2, 6, 9, 10 at the moment, and Ren, you had like 5.
Yep, and I got 5.
Yeah, plus the ultra rare TFC. Although, you know, that's not really like, it is a good card, but it's not like overpowered like some of the ultra rare
like some of the other
like
ones.
Fishing Rod, for example, right? I mean, that's super powerful. So I'm taking the Fishing Rod and the Totem of Undying out.
Okay.
That also nerfs my Stress monster a bit.
Yep.
You know, with the combo with Totem of Undying and Stress, that could one-shot. And I'm just going to replace it with here, Flint and Steel and another Lava Bucket.
Yeah. I think that's cool. I'm happy with that. I think that makes the deck nice. The deck's nice and fair.
Yeah, it's still, you know, we'll see how it plays. My deck is kind of, if it gets rolling, it can be devastating, but we'll see. I saw yours is also not looking too bad.
Yeah, no, I think our decks are looking good. You know, for me, TCG is about having really good games rather than just one person destroying the other. So, you know, I like the handicap rule in that it helps to bring the decks closer together. And after each game, you can tweak a bit more. You know, if you feel, okay, well, the one deck is stronger than the other, then you can just do a little bit more tweaking and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to build some you know, swap out formations like that I quickly can say, hey, all prankster out, boof, replace it with builder and
like
stuff
a sideboard.
like that. So
yeah,
and that's I'm working on that at the moment, but getting there. Okay, I guess we just leave that here. I mean,
it's kind of on my side of the arena here.
Okay. I just wanted to keep it easy, to keep things in order. Okay, you go here, you can break it.
Thank you very much. Excellent, dude. I've taken all my clothes off. I'm ready to go, man. I sling in the buff. Let's do this thing, baby.
Okay. All right.
3-1
into white. Yeah, if you want to.
All right,
of course.
awesome.
I'm a game master, so I can dish out stuff.
3-1 it is.
No. Okay.
Okay, we got Monostone aggro from me versus Minor aggro from you. You get bonus against me, which is scary, but
Minor and Prankster, I got.
Prankster.
Yeah. My minor cards would do more damage against you. Not the Prankster though, right? No. Okay.
Just the minors. So we'll see how it goes.
Start game with random player. Sweet. No anti. We have it switched off, as you see.
Oh, and if we play a best of 3, we'll play losing player chooses who starts the next game, right?
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
I have a valid deck.
I do not have a valid deck, unfortunately.
All right.
Come and verify.
Yeah, all good. I believe you.
I like playing by the rules, not playing by the book. I've played too many games with Etho, you know, he's like a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you packed it over?
Yep.
Okay, re-rolling. Reroll hand.
It's a shame. It was a really, really good hand too.
Mine is not ideal, but there's something happening.
All right, this is looking pretty spice. All right, we'll play with this. This looks good.
All right.
This looks
so
excellent.
I have to show what I will do.
Yep.
I guess. So here is my Hermit.
Stress Monsterino, and what she does is you can YOLO, which means that this attack will instantly knock out an opposing Hermit as well as the user. So basically Stress kamikazes herself and takes out any Hermit.
So you gotta keep in mind, just as we cleared it in the rule council.
Oh yeah.
So if you only have one Hermit out now, and I use the attack and one-shot you, I win.
Okay.
Because you die first.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Right. Right. Because they both died at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. All right, well, I'm going to play some Etho action, and we are going to give Etho the redstone that he loves.
Oh! Did you make sure you only have 3 double items each?
Yes, yeah, just 3 double redstone.
That's also
items.
A rule change, right? So we cannot have like 5, 10 double items in there.
I think it's an excellent rule change. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, can I attack?
No,
I can't attack.
You are first.
Well, I will clock then. So now I will attack first. Why?
No.
It's a non-damage.
Single use.
Yeah, non-damage single use, right?
Oh, really? Well, okay then. Yeah. Gotta pass it to me.
All right, we pass the turn.
I mean, stress will be active, that's for sure, and I'll pass back right away. That's a start with the clock right away. It's really, he'd be like, Dog, we need to nerf your deck. It's really unfair.
Hey,
and then he starts like that. All right. Okay, no more mercy.
Yeah, that's fine. No more mercy. You got powerful cards in your deck too, man. Some netherite armor for Etho.
Oh.
And, yeah, we will come swinging in with blue fire. We will roll for flames. And that will be 20 damage plus 80. 100 damage to the Stress Monster Arena.
Alright.
That's probably the best start that this deck can do. Come to think about it. I don't think I can actually do a better start than that. That sequence of cards.
Yeah. It looked... that was right demoralizing right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we do 1 item for her.
All right.
And she ain't gonna burn. No.
Oh, nice. Okay, here comes the netherite armor.
And...
all right.
Yeah, I'll strike back as hard as I can for now.
Okay, for 50, for 10. Oh, plus the netherite sword, so what's that? 110 in total, minus 40 is 70 in total, right?
Yeah. Then
210. Man, all of this math's on camera, dude. It's painful.
It's not like it's Einstein, man. It's doable.
Yeah.
Okay. Passing back.
TCG makes me use parts of my brain that haven't been used in like a decade. Like there's cobwebs.
It's like going back to school.
There's like flies and spiders crawling out my ears while I play this game, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. What's next? So Tango comes in. He's a big boy. 300. We will toss him a bit of redstone too, just to prep, just in case things start to go horribly wrong here. Now, potentially, I mean, the reason Stress is so good is that she doesn't care about armor for the YOLO. The YOLO can just wipe a Hermit, whether they have armor or not. So, very powerful Hermit. I think we can't worry about it too much, though. Like, we have to, even if I switch to Tango, Stress can just wipe anyway. So, yeah, we'll just come in again with another blue fire attack for 80, plus the 20. So 100 damage. Nice. No, minus 40. 100 minus 40, so 60 damage, right?
Yep.
All right, there we go. So 60 damage to Stress. And we will pass a turn and just hope that Stress doesn't get activated. Double prankster item is what we're worrying about here. What's Doc got in his box over there? What you got, Doc?
Well, thing is, if I don't have another Hermit out, and I'll go for the one-shot now, I lose. Because I have no Hermits on deck. So, even if I had a double item right now, it wouldn't be much use.
I see.
So, I definitely need Hermit action. So, yeah, I'm just gonna attack for 10 then. In total.
Okay. I don't mean to laugh, but that was quite funny. I'm just going to attack for 10.
That's all it goes through, the stupid armor.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Tangle will get some redstone, and in we come for another 60 damages. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Another 60 damages. So stress down to 80. Unfortunate that you haven't drawn any other hermits. Always sucks when a game becomes a non-game, right? Past the turn. Let's see, maybe you get some flint and steel or something here. Oh, that won't help anyway, though.
Nope.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Is that LGG?
Well, I have flint and steel, but I don't want to burn the cards I have at the moment because that's.
Sometimes, dude. Sometimes you got to, man.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the cards and get ones that you need. You know.
It's my last chance, but I can't. It's like if I had fishing rods now. It would be golden.
Yeah, fishing rod's so good. Such a good card.
It burns my whole inventory. I can't really do that. It's like cripple me potentially.
Well, I mean, you do draw 3 cards though. It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's just like.
But you got to roll the die. I mean, because then you only get chance to draw 1 card to get out of this, right?
I mean, if you manage to kill, well, I have to. Oh, that's so. Yeah, I have to do kamikaze move, I guess. Burn all my stuff.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I think it's the right move.
I'm not quite sure about that. Okay, that's 3 cards, I guess. 1, 2.
Yep.
3.
And you just have to hope that I don't take you out also.
Yep.
Are we happy with what's in that box?
Maybe 10, okay. 10 attack for you.
I like how you keep it nice and cryptic. Maybe. All right, ether down to 190. Next up, we will bring, whoops, Anazuma onto the board. Tapped with 280. And we shall swing him a bit of redstone for later and swing in with Etho and his blue fire for 60. Putting stress on a lonely 20. And we pass turn.
Alright. I actually did get a hermit.
Ah.
That's nice.
Green. I actually haven't seen green in action.
And I got very lucky, got another double item.
Nice, dude. Okay, so green's got borrow. Flip a coin. If heads, user takes active opposing hermit's attached effect card. User can then attach or discard the card. You can attach it or discard it. Wow. Okay, that is really good. Excellent. That's a great card.
Yeah, his health. Okay. So there's that. Now there is a clock gonna be played.
Oh,
as well.
Tasty. Okay. You see, flint and steel, good, man. You know, sometimes you just got to, you got to do it, man. You got to discard your hand.
So yeah, I'm gonna one-shot Etho, and stress also dying.
Okay, so is that YOLO not a? It's not a coin flip, right? It's just a kill.
Yeah, it's a kill.
Wow. Okay. So do we both get a victory point then?
Yeah.
Okay. Straight. That is a crazy card, man. Jeez. That's hectic.
Get rid of that Etho there.
Yep, Etho down.
And my green automatically would become active. So, now we first get victory point each.
Yep.
So you have to press...
Ooh! Noises!
Oh, nice. So you have to press victory and issue 1 card.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay,
you want to do mine?
For you the same. Victory point.
That's so awesome, dude. That's epic.
And then I had passed the turn to you.
Okay.
And now you have to pass right back because of clock.
Yep,
right?
Yep, you know, like what? Oh, hang on. I needed to choose who comes in next.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Let's see. Green can't get his full attack next turn. So I probably want to go with the Zuma then. Yeah. All right. There we go. You know, in TCG, Doc, it's not over until all the hermits are dead.
Until the fat hermit sings.
Yes, until the fat hermit sings. It's not over until that happens.
Indeed.
All right. Ooh, okay. Things are it's getting spicy around here now, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Some stuff happening.
There's stuff happening.
So,
things and stuff.
I can't borrow anything from you, but I'll
Yep.
attack for the 50. So
Yep.
230. Whatever. Oh, you had your Zizuma active, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and passing back to you.
All right. Well. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
You know what sucked with the flint and steel?
What?
I burned another flint and steel and a chest.
Ooh, okay,
So that stung.
Well, if you didn't do it, you would have lost. So, you know,
Yes,
I think...
yes. But it was not, it was a Pyrrhic victory so far.
Awesome, though, man. You drew into, like, such good stuff. You drew, what, a double item card, netherite, armor, and a clock? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a draw and a half, man. Sheesh. Okay, we're going to come in with cup of tea. Wait, let me read this.
Cup of tea.
Let me read this again. Takes a... Okay, so I definitely don't want to play any things while Grian is out. He's interesting. Like, he basically stops your opponent playing their good item cards.
I also rarely got a chance to play him much yet, but looks like we're going with Pesky Bird now for a bit.
All right. Well, I will attack him with the Chorus Fruit and flip for burn. And that's...
Success.
So 100 minus 40, 60 damage there. Wait, what's this?
Oh, you picked the map up. I'm sorry. I was just checking if... So far we only had greens. I was just checking if you actually have both colors.
Okay, so
you're hitting
damage?
me. Yeah. 100 minus the 40, so 60 exactly.
60 damage there.
I burn.
And Grian's on fire, and Tango comes in, and because Tango's a tanky boy, and we pass a turn.
You gotta discard your Chorus Fruit still.
Oh, yep. All right, there we go.
Now the Prankster item, and now I'm just gonna go for flat hundo attack.
I mean, the 100 damage attack is that's something, eh? That is.
But it needs 3 Prankster items to be powered, so I feel this is balanced for sure.
Yeah,
that's
definitely wasn't balanced before the item rule was changed, right? When you could play unlimited double items, because you could power him up so quickly then. But now it's perfectly balanced, I think.
Man, but I'm a bit hard of the cards is a bit stingy with hermit draws this time around, man.
Okay, let's go with a... So it's going to be a hat-trick attack, so it's 90 damage in total, minus 50, and we'll attack with a Gapple. So we'll put old Tangerino back up to 300, and come in for, what's that, 90 minus 40 is 50.
Yep.
So down to 190 is Grian. And we pass a turn. Jeez, there's a lot of clicking and stuff in this game, dude.
Yeah. All I can do is pretty much attack again for 100. Take you back down.
Okay.
200. Get rid of the apple again.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh man, this thing is a pain in my rear, man. Hold on. It is a flipper coin. It is a flipper coin, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the user already has effect card attached, opponent's effect... Okay, so you will have to discard... If I play armor now, and you win the flip next turn, it's basically just then reads destroy your opponent's armor, basically, right?
Yeah. Plus the 50 damage.
But hold on, so does it ignore the armor then?
Yeah, armor is gone.
Yeah,
and then you take 50 damage.
Wow. Yeah, that's that's the thing. So if I play an armor now, and Grian wins the flip, I lose the armor and take 100, basically.
No, 50.
Take 50? Why? Oh, isn't it...
Borrow.
Oh, is it
50.
borrow? Oh, Start a War is just full damage. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that's... What an interesting card. Okay, so kind of to balance it, you do less damage, but... it breaks one of the really good items.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted by the awesomeness of that card. I think I'm just going to play my armor anyway. And, do I want to put it on? Hold on, thinking. Azuma does 10 more damage. Does that matter? Maybe not. No, I don't think it does matter. Okay, so armor onto Tango, swing in for hat trick. 90 minus 40 is 50. 50 damage to the green. Down to 140. And pass the turn.
By playing this armor just now, you saved your Tango.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. Wait, how? How would you do 100 damage?
Well, if I potentially could attack twice in a row with 100 damage, right, you would be dead.
Oh, yeah, if you had another clock or something. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay. Now let me quickly do the math. Wait. If I attack you for 100.
Yes.
You take 60 damage come through. And you still have your armor.
Yep.
If I attack you for the borrow and hope to get a coin toss, potentially I do no damage at all. It's really tight. So I think I'm gonna play clock.
Okay.
Just to be sure. And I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try to get rid of your armor.
Sure. No!
And it succeeds.
Nice.
So you're down to 150 then.
Yep.
Passing over to you.
Down to 150.
And
Okay.
then you have to pass back.
And then I pass back.
Lots of clock. And now the bad news is coming.
Uh-oh. Here comes the Mumbarino. Yep.
Yeah. That can be really annoying.
That is very brutal. So for Mumbo's got quite simple. You flip a coin twice, you get plus 40 damage for every heads flipped. And you also get double damage if there's another AFK prankster. So very.
So could be 240.
Yeah, very powerful card. Yeah, very powerful.
So yeah, and now I'm just gonna attack for 100.
100 damage
On the Tango.
Yep.
No.
50 to the
pass.
face.
And now we're back on
Pass the turn.
normal.
Okay, now thinking. Now we got to do thinking. This is a crucial turn here, Doc. Crucial turn. I feel like the handicap has made the decks pretty even, right? Like,
yeah.
I had an advantage, but you've come back quite nicely, and it's turned into quite an exciting game.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, you can't make no mistakes, man.
Yeah,
It's tight.
It's very tight. Okay, I think I've got a very exciting sequence here, though, to do. So, I'm going to start in my Hermit phase and add an Impulse and another Tango. So Impulse is at 250. The Tango's at 300. I'm going to give the Impulse a double Redstone. And I'm going to attack green for 90 with the Chorus Fruit. So that's going to be 50 to green. I'm going to flip this Tango out for Impulse. And green's going to go down to 90. Like this. And I should have read the effect for everybody watching. So the Impulse's rare effect is Boomer. Does an additional 40 damage for every AFK Boomer that is a BOO or a Tango. There are currently 2 Tangos in play. So Impulse is currently doing 150 damage. An attack.
How much damage did my green have because you put the Chorus Fruit in his face?
Oh, sorry.
I know you're excited about your moves, but
he was on 140, so he went down to 90.
Okay.
I think. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. Another 50 damage.
Yeah, I was excited to talk about my Boomer. It's very seldom.
How much damage does he do?
150 in total.
You have to coin toss?
Nope.
What?
Yep.
That is broken. Just saying.
Pass the turn.
Just saying.
It's pretty good. Okay. Yes, it is pretty good.
It's broken. Let's call it what it is.
I mean, you have to have 2 other Hermits on the board. That is a Tango or a BOO, and you have to have your impulse.
I have to coin toss with my Mumbo to get any halfway decent out and have Hermits out, and you just simply put them there and do 150 damage per roll.
Well, I had to draw. I mean, you know, I had to draw.
Broken.
That's
broken.
It is pretty good. I won't lie.
Okay. Anyways, I'll attack for 100 on your impulse up there and set him on fire.
Okay. So he's a burning, and he goes down to 150. I mean, he's not going to survive. He's going to get 1 good attack off and then die.
Well.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. What are we going to do here? Okay, so... but the green, though. Oh, that green is filth, though. Oh, wait. The green just gets wrecked here, I think.
Yeah, you do what? 140 you do?
Yeah, well 70 plus 80, right? 150. Minus 40, 110. Yeah, but I'll attack with an emerald and yoink the armor. Like so. And we'll take out the pesky green with the boomer attack.
Alright.
Alright, green down. And victory point for moi. There we go. And with that, we pass the turn. Oh, for some reason I didn't draw another card there. Maybe I pushed the...
Yeah, you have to press issue 1 card.
Oh, sorry, okay. Issue 1 card, okay.
Okay, so... In short, if I don't get another Hermit, it is over by the next turn.
Looks that way, yes. Well, not necessarily.
Oh yeah, very necessarily.
Well, it's 150 next turn.
Yeah, you do 150, so I can survive 1 more round.
1 more round.
So if I don't draw a Hermit now, it's over. So attack with the sword, so we get at least a little bit out.
Yep.
So
ouch, 120. That's putting impulse on 30.
No, yeah, 120. No, you have to armor.
Oh, yes. So 30 plus 40, right?
70 is.
Yep.
And then passing back.
70. Okay. Man, I haven't drawn very well, so there is a window for you to come back here. Yeah. Scarily enough.
It's not fully.
All I can do is play a redstone and attack for full boomer damage, 150 straight to Mumbo's face hole, which will be
140.
140. Mumbo took that like a champion, man. Jeez, pass the turn.
Okay, now I have to succeed with this roll.
Okay.
So, as I have no other Hermits out, there's no doubling, but I could do 120 damage if I succeed.
Yes.
That is good enough to take out your impulse.
Okay.
So... Oh.
Uh-oh.
80 damage.
Yep.
Oh! Unreal.
Impulse down.
That was pure luck.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Wow.
That's the strength of the Mumbo card, though, right? Like, it's very, very powerful when it comes together.
Oh man, what a match, dude!
What a match! Goodness. Okay, who am I bringing in? I guess I'm gonna bring the Azuma in because Mumbo isn't poisoned yet.
Yeah. Okay, and I have to pass to you.
All right.
Oh man, this is tight.
I drew very well last turn, though, Doc. I'm afraid, so I'm gonna attack with a cup of tea and a clock. And I think that does it.
Wait, how many clocks do you have in your deck?
2, just like you.
Wow. Oh man,
GG,
I would have had you after this. You were over.
What did you have next? Did you have a nice hand next?
And TFC would have come out.
Yeah.
And I have all the items for it. I would have switched out and then tanked you to death. Oh man, this stupid clock.
that was a tight game though, dude. Wow.
Yeah. GG.
Awesome. GG, man. You want to do best of 3?
I need to finish editing the episode, man. I'm way behind.
Okay. I understand. Maybe we can complete our best of 3 like later. You know, after the editing. Let's do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This was a good match, though. I think the decks like that are pretty good balanced, but you know, hard to tell. You also had excellent draw this game.
Yes.
Really good draws.
I think my opening sequence was the best, potentially in the whole game. So,
and I was unlucky a little bit for a while. Couldn't pull Hermits. You know, if I get my Mambos firing earlier, you're in trouble, right? So I think it's well balanced the way.
I think so. I felt that was good balance there. Like
felt all right.
The pendulum swung, right? Like it was in my favor, then it went to your favor, and then I just got a lucky draw. If you wouldn't
have had this clock right now, this would have been a really, really tight match. I'm not saying I would have won, but I would have, you know, brought another Hermit out now and had all the items for him.
And you would have got another victory point and another card, right?
Yeah, and it was the Hermit which would give me extra draws.
Yes.
Right. So
the clock was that was a very, very lucky pull for sure.
The clock came in clutch for sure, man.
That Flint and Steel was beautiful though, man. Like talk about greatness at any cost, right? Like you discarded you discarded 5 cards or something, and then drew netherite armor, clock, and what else?
You're talking
about the double
netherite
item
armor.
card. That was nuts, man.
You have one of my netherite armor still.
Yes, that's right.
Emerald.
Yep. Cyber diggity dogs from all over the world, I'm sure you'll agree that was quite the first game versus Doc in our best of 3 matchup. Oh my goodness. I feel like the only reason we won that one was because we top-decked Clock at the vital moment there at the end of the game. Absolutely amazing. Listen, there's way more to go in this matchup versus Doc, but unfortunately I've run out of time in this episode to put the rest of the matchup in it. So instead, I'm going to add the rest of our games versus Doc into a TCG Battles episode. That will come out on the channel in the next couple of days or so, and I will add a link to it in the description box below here so that you can go and see who wins our best of 3 versus Doc. What I can tell you is it was an absolutely epic battle, nail-biting stuff, and I highly suggest that you keep your eyeballs on the channel and make sure you watch that TCG battle to get the final result of this best of 3 versus Doc. But for today, guys, that's going to do it from me with all the TCG awesomeness. Thank you so very much for watching, everybody. Rendog Vs Docm77 signing out. Until the next time we meet in the great HCT pyramid. HCT? TCG HC pyramid. Guys, my brain's fried. We'll smell you all in the next episode.